We're here with quarterback John Hopkins, 1973 to 1976. First off, what's it like to be able to come out here every year and do this classic?
It's great. The people, first of all, let me start off with the people that work the tournament and everybody that does everything. They're fantastic. You forget going back down to California and then only coming up here once a year how nice the people in the state of Washington are, and I truly mean that. And it's great for me to come back and see some of the ex-players, the guys that I played with. I think there's 5 of us from the 70s. Ty Payne, who a lot of people don't know this about Ty Payne, but after he got done with football, he was the lead singer of ZZ Top. That's why he still got the beard. And then Charlie Peck, my dear friend, myself, Jack, my dear friend, and then Steve Grant. So it's great that all the 70s quarterbacks can get back together and still come out here and do this because, you know, we ain't getting any younger.
What was it like paving the way for Mr. Thompson?
Well, it was great. Jack had so much talent, you know, and it was just a matter I was holding on with, you know, with purse strings to keep him off the field. And then, you know, when I got hurt that game in against Minnesota my senior year, I remember I told the doctor, I said, do some magic with that little needle you got, because I said, if I come out, I don't think I'm going to be going back in, and that's what happened. And then Jack had just a marvelous career. He's a great guy.
If you can name one, what's your favorite memory being on the field wearing the crimson and gray?
Favorite memory? Well, I tell you what, it was my first start against UCLA my sophomore year in the Coliseum. And even though we lost the game, we were 30-point underdog. We lost the game, I think it was 24-17 and or 21-17. And you know, I scored on a quarterback sneak, and I swear to God that I was pulled back, and they didn't count it. And but the good thing was my family, all ex-teammates from high school. I had a lot of family members and friends and teammates that were at the game. So that's a great memory for me.
Last one for me. Any stories of your head coach?
Well, I had 2. I had Coach Sweeney and I had Coach Sherrill, and I dearly love Coach Sweeney. Coach Sherrill was a good guy. But my 2 all-time favorite coaches, no matter what, were a young Mike Price at the time and then Coach Elway. Coach Elway was just magnificent. He had the driest sense of humor of anybody I've ever been around. He made it fun. He was tough on you, but it was just those 2 guys. They made a real impact in me, and you know, I went on. I'm in business, but I coached for 34 years with another Washington State guy by the name of Eric Johnson at a high school down in Southern California, and we had some pretty good success down there. And there's a lot of things that Coach Price and Coach Elway taught me when I was a player that we tried to instill in our players down in Southern California.
Were you on the team with the Holder incident where somebody said, "Hey, Coach Sweeney said I can take this"?
No, that was Charlie.
That's Charlie. Okay, we're gonna ask Charlie on that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he'll tell you that story. That was 1972 against Stanford, where Charlie and Joe switched.
I love it.
That's still a great story, man.
Well, John, we appreciate you having out here
Pleasure.
and have some fun today.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.